Hi, and we're back. This is our weekly encouragement video for marrieds, young couples, people looking to get married, families, all that
I
stuff.
think it's number 6.
Something like that.
So today,
Bob's joining us today. Hi, Bob. You know what he
We're
does?
a fan of Bob.
He turns everything into birds. Yeah, they're birds now. Holla!
We're a fan of Bob.
We are a fan of Bob. Can't sleep, put Bob on.
So a couple weeks ago, I posted a question about privacy in marriage, like whether if that's a thing in your marriage or everything's just out and open, shared with each other. So
Yeah, like email accounts,
bank accounts.
phone, text, bank accounts, all that type of stuff. Navy Federal keeps trying to get her to open her own account.
Anyway, so for us, and then we just want to encourage couples to just talk about it. Whatever, we're not trying to say one's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Just talk about if there's any kind of privacy things, rules in your marriage, and if there are, why? What's the reason for them? And basically, I think we just said that it all comes down to the trust level. Somebody commented on that as well, that it comes to the trust level, and just that's a great thing to even talk about. Just what's the trust level between us, and so what are we comfortable with keeping?
I trust that I will forget my password, so she needs to be involved in everything because I won't remember the password.
Well, that's what LastPass is for.
Yes.
So I do know his LastPass password in case he loses that too.
LastPass.
I think.
No, it's not a commission thing. It's a great program.
So for us, we really, from the beginning, we've shared everything. I mean, that doesn't mean that he's going to go into my email account or I'm going to go into his or anything like that.
I barely like going into mine.
Yeah. But I mean, we don't have a problem with...
No, and that's like if she grabs my phone, okay. Or my kids are playing on my phone sometimes because we have like a couple of little games that the kids like, and we got to spread out the electronics between all 4 of them. Sometimes when we have electronic time during the day.
So same with the bank accounts. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't really bring in money physical.
Well, yeah.
So
I basically give her all the money and
I make the budget.
And she makes the budget.
It's all just in one bank account. It works for us. Somebody mentioned that they might have something separate for birthday present reasons and all that, but
and some families do have completely separate accounts. I mean, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I know that's just for us. We like everything together. From a biblical standpoint, obviously, 2 become 1, but it's in this much more complicated world. We try and simplify it down to that, but for me, it's just easier. Everything's in one space, or having your own personal accounts and stuff like that. To me, I can't keep track of all that.
And then Facebook, social media stuff. We know each other's passwords,
Yep.
we just basically tag each other on everything anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway.
She gets all these Vito sock pics on her timeline.
Yeah. But there is an issue. There's the thing about privacy. I guess even like more for me than him because I'm an introvert and he's an extrovert. So I do remember there was like a time when you just grabbed my phone and you were looking through it, and I was already in a bad mood anyway, So
What was I looking for?
I don't know. But you were looking at whatever I was looking at on the website, and oh, were you looking at this store or something like that? And I was irritated, and and I was just like, why are you looking through my phone? And for me, that was just like with whether it's my kids or anybody, I'm just like, I just have this sense of like privacy, and I'm like, why does people need to know what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like there's nothing to hide, but I'm like, in that moment I was in my zone, and I'm like, somebody's intruding like without permission, kind of thing.
Or like if she's typing a text and I walk by and just look
and
down.
I'm just looking over permission. Oh, you should say this or you should say that. I'm like, nah. And then when the kids do that, when I'm looking, I'm writing an email, my kids come like, what? Yeah, and they're just like looking through what I'm doing, and I'm like, no, this is my space, and so that's different, I think. And he knows that. Like I said, it comes down to trust level. He knows that if I'm ready to. I'm willing to share whatever.
If I care,
If
yeah.
you care about it, I'll answer a question. I was just in that moment wasn't ready to be somebody to intrude into my bubble. You know? So same thing with journals. I mean, obviously, I don't really have secrets from him, but it's just my private thoughts and feelings. So if I'm ready to, I'm more than
Right.
happy to share. But I would be upset if he just grabbed it and read.
And same with
some.
our kids. I mean, our kids
know?
have journals that we respect that privacy
Yeah.
of, you know, you and Peanut are starting to do a journal together, and that's not something I'm going to go in and just,
Look
all
at
right,
it.
let me look at it. Da, da, da.
Yeah. So again, it's all about trust and but we also respecting each other's little personalities like that and things
Right.
like that. And then work, somebody mentioned at work there might be some privacy. Like I'm going to be going into a counseling field, so obviously I'm going to have a email account related to that, and not on the email. I mean, you're required to say this will be kept confidential, you know, unless there's something extreme that where I need to break that confidentiality. But so it's not something he can just go in and
No.
look through. But he understands. I mean, that's just the nature of the field, and there's a reason behind why something has to be kept confidential, and we can always again discuss those things and
Yep.
the trust
And
level.
personally, for me, I want our kids to see that we have that flow.
Mutual openness. yeah.
Exactly, because I don't want like her to grab my phone and me yank it out of her hands and be like, "Oh yeah, you know, wait a minute," or anything like that. I want them to understand that, you know, especially with the internet, just porn, different sites, all these issues. Yeah, I think we have a blocker on our thing, but there's got to be that trust to be, you know what, at any time if you walk into a room, I'm okay with that. If you need my phone for something, I'm okay with
Yeah,
that. And
it's
I
just
want
the
our kids to
openness,
see that so
yeah.
that as they get older and we do establish, you know, new technologies and new website blocking and new this and new that they understand it's a family thing. It's not, we're not just attacking you. This is the way our family's always been. We've always been very open about everything, and we want you guys to be part of that.
Yep. That's it. 7 minutes.
7 minutes. We got to lock it down. We went over by 2.
All right. Bye.
Hope you have a good week. See ya.